Good morning. Good morning. Oh, wait. I have my microphone on. Oh, my microphone on. Okay. Can you hear me better now? Alright, so, anyway, okay, so for like 12 years ago, a friend of mine, sent me this poem that Bob Dylan wrote. And, it, it's amazing. Like, I read it regularly. I used to a lot. I mean, I wish I could explain to y'all like what the different person that I was just a mere how many months is it? 17 months ago. But anyway, I'm gonna read the poem because I think everybody in the world should hear this poem. It's called Last Thoughts on Woodie Guthrie. When your head gets twisted and your mind grows numb, when you think you're too old, too young, too smart, or too dumb, when you're lagging behind and losing your pace in a slow motion crawl of life's busy race, no matter what you're doing, if you start giving up, if the wine don't come to the top of your cup, if the wind got you sideways with one hand holding on and the other starts slipping and the feeling is gone and your train engine fire needs a new spark to catch it and the wood's easy to find but you're lazy to fetch it and your sidewalk starts curling and the street gets too long and you start walking backwards so you know that it's wrong and lonesome comes up as down goes the day and tomorrow's morning seems so far away and you feel the reins from your pony are slipping and your rope is a-sliding because your hands are dripping in your sun-decked desert and your evergreen valleys turn to broken-down slums and trash-can alleys. And your sky cries water and your drain pipes are pouring and the lightnings are flashing and the thunders are crashing and the windows are rattling and breaking and the rooftops are shaking. And your whole world's a slamming and banging. And your minutes of sun turn into hours of storm. And to yourself you sometimes say, I never knew it was going to be this way. Why didn't they tell me the day I was born? And you start getting chills and jumping from sweat and you're looking for something you ain't quite found yet. And you're knee deep in the dark water with your hands in the air and the whole world's watching with the window peak stare. And your good girl leaves and she's long gone a-flying and your heart feels sick like fish when they're frying. And your jackhammer falls from your hand to your feet and you need it badly but it lays in the street. And your bell's banging loudly but you can't hear its beat and you think your ears might been hurt or your eyes turn filthy from the sight blind and dirt when you were faked out and you figured you failed in yesterday's rush when you were faked out and fooled white facing a 4 flush the whole time you were holding 3 queens and it's making you mad, it's making you mean like in the middle of Life magazine bouncing around a pinball machine and there's something on your mind you want to be saying that somebody someplace ought to be hearing but it's trapped on your tongue and sealed in your head and it bothers you badly when you're laying in bed and no matter how hard you try you just can't say it and you're scared to your soul you just might forget it and your eyes get swimming from the tears in your head and your pillows of feathers turn to blankets of lead and the lion's mouth open and you're staring at his teeth and his jaws start closing with you underneath and you're flat on your belly with your hands tied behind and you wish you'd never taken that last detour sign and you say to yourself just what am I doing on this road I'm walking on this trail I'm turning on this curve I'm hanging on this pathway I'm strolling in the space I'm taking in this air I'm inhaling am I mixed up too much am I mixed up too hard why am I walking where am I running what am I saying what am I knowing on this guitar I'm playing on this banjo I'm frailing on this mandolin I'm strumming and the song I'm singing and the tune I'm humming and the words I'm writing and the words that I'm thinking and this ocean of hours I'm all the time drinking who am I helping what am I breaking what am I giving what am I taking but you try with your whole soul best never to think these thoughts and never let them kind of thoughts gain ground or make your heart pound but then again you know when they're around just waiting for a chance to slip and drop down because sometimes you hear them when the nighttime comes creeping and you fear that they might catch you asleeping and you jump from your bed from your last chapter of dreaming and you can't remember for the best of your thinking if that was you in a dream that was screaming and you know that it's something special you're needing and you know that there's no drug that'll do for the healing and no liquor in the land to stop your brain from bleeding And you need something special. Yeah, you need something special, all right? You need a fast-flying train on a tornado track to shoot you someplace and shoot you right back. You need a cyclone wind on a steam engine howler that's been banging and booming and blowing forever, that knows your troubles 100 times over. You need a Greyhound bus that don't bar no race, that won't laugh at your looks, your voice, or your face. And by any number of bets in the book will be rolling along after the bubblegum craze. You need something to open up a new door, to show you something you've seen before but overlooked 100 times or more. You need something to open your eyes. You need something to make it known that it's you and no one else that owns that spot that you're standing, that space that you're sitting, that the world ain't got you beat, that it ain't got you licked. It can't get you crazy no matter how many times you might get kicked. You need something special, all right? You need something special to give you hope, but hope's just a word that maybe you said or maybe you heard on some windy corner around a wide-angle curve. But that's what you need, man, and you need it bad. And your trouble is you know it too good, because you look and you start getting the chills, because you ain't going to find it on a dollar bill, and it ain't on Macy's windowsill, and it ain't no rich kid's road map, and it ain't no fat kid's fraternity house, and it ain't made no Hollywood wheat germ, and it ain't on that dim-lit stage with that half-wit comedian on it, ranting and raving and taking your money, and you think it's funny. No, you can't find it in no nightclub or no yacht club, and it ain't in the seats of a supper club, and you sure as hell, you're bound to tell that no matter how hard you rub, you just ain't gonna find it on your ticket stub. Nope, and it ain't in the rumors people telling you, and it ain't in the pimple lotion people are selling you, and it ain't no cardboard box house or down any movie star's blouse, and you can't find it on the golf course, and Uncle Remus can't tell you, and neither can Santa Claus, and it ain't in the cream puff hairdo, cotton candy clothes, and it ain't in the dime store dummies or bubblegum goons, and it ain't in the marshmallow noises of the chocolate cake voices that come knocking and tapping and Christmas rapping, saying, ain't I pretty, ain't I cute, look at my skin shine, look at my skin glow, when you can't even sense if they got any insides, these people so pretty with their ribbons and bows. No, you'll not now, no other day. Find it on the doorsteps made out of paper mache, and inside it the people made of molasses that every other day buy a new pair of sunglasses. And it ain't in the 50-star generals and flipped-out phonies who turned you in for a tenth of a penny, who breathe and burp and bend and crack, and before you can count from 1 to 10, do it all over again, but this time behind your back, my friend. The ones that wheel and deal and whirl and twirl and play games with each other in their sandbox world. And you can't find it either in the no-talent fools that run around gallant, that make all rules for the ones that got talent. And it ain't the ones that ain't got any talent but think they do, and they think they're fooling you. The ones who jump on the wagon just for a while because they know it's in style, to get their kicks, get out of it quick, and make all kinds of money and chicks. And you yell to yourself and you throw it on your hat and saying, Christ, do I gotta be like that? Ain't no one here that knows where I'm at? Ain't there no one here that knows how I feel? Good God Almighty, that stuff ain't real. Nope, but that ain't your game, and it ain't even your race. You can't hear your name, you can't see your face. You gotta look some other place. And where do you look for this hope that you're seeking? And where do you look for this lamp that's a-burning? Where do you look for this oil well gushing? Where do you look for this candle that's glowing? Where do you look for this hope that you know is there and out there somewhere? And your feet can walk down only 2 kinds of roads, and your eyes can only look through 2 kinds of windows. Your nose can only smell 2 kinds of hallways. You can touch and twist and turn 2 kinds of doorknobs. You can either go to the church of your choice, or you can go to Brooklyn State Hospital. You'll find God in the church of your choice. You'll find Woodie Guthrie in Brooklyn State Hospital. And though it's only my opinion, I may be right or wrong, you'll find them both in the Grand Canyon sundown.